Jesus Christ, everything's taking forever to process today. Like, just like, it's like, do, 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 like, everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I was all ready to, like, go and be, like, live, like, 5 minutes early and all that, but everything was just, like, not responding. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, yeah. Won't do that again. I set this up on my phone, this stream, because I knew you couldn't make it ultra low latency setting it up on the phone, but for some reason, why does my YouTube HUD is just, I'm gonna just close it. For some reason, my YouTube HUD is different. Like, I've set streams up on my phone before, and you go into your YouTube, and my fucking camera's glitching out. Like, just, like, what happened? Like, the part in the YouTube HUD that you go to change the settings for like the latency and stuff, it's just blank. And why the fuck is my camera? I gotta unplug my camera and plug it back in, then go in, or maybe I could just reset it from in here. Hold on. So I guess my camera is just mysteriously fucked for reasons. Like, I don't know. So not only the YouTube HUD is different, the computer took 10 times longer than it should have to just turn on. My camera's fucked. What else? Yeah, the YouTube thing wouldn't, start stream wouldn't load, so I had to, like, reboot it and do it on the other side. My camera's fucking fucked. Awesome. It's these tiny little nuisances. You're just like, they all just like pile. Right? And you're doing something, you're setting it up, and all of a sudden the mouse just moves in this really specific way. So this tiny little strip panel on the side, like cover, is like it just has to be so precise for that to happen, and it just happens to happen like 30 times a day. I don't know. Oh my god, I had this all fuck. So, what a terrible start. Just like an absolute like soul crushing start. Just how like I shouldn't try. That's the problem. If I try to have everything in order, everything fucks up. But if I just go live and then just set it up as I go and just have a dumpster fire mess, everything just works everything works fine. But if I put effort into setting it all up in advance and just being super prepared, everything fucks up. Every single time. If I try to plan it out in advance, it always ends up way fucking worse. So, I don't know why I even fucking bother. Just the wildly improbable issues that just happen to all happen at once. Like I just wildly improbable stuff. Alexa, Studio Light Blue. Wildly improbable stuff. Alexa, shut the fuck up. Can't hear me with shit ever. And all of a sudden she's like, you wanna listen to some fucking stupid music? Did I say I wanted to listen to that fucking music? Did you hear me ask to say anything remotely of the sort? It's always just something just fucking ridiculous too. Children's fucking shit from Brazil or whatever. Who knows? Fucking ridiculous. Alright. Hotkeys are my hotkeys have double features. I need to fix my posture. I think I'm gonna use this pillow as a mouse stand, as a mouse pad stand, and it's just like you just happen to snag the cord for my headphones on, like whatever just might potentially get in the grab it. It will absolutely just be like, whoa, haha. Fucking snag the headphones. It's like, what? Literally every single time it's even remotely possible it gets snagged, it's like, yes. Okay. Huh. Every time? Yeah. Every single time. It's even the slightest remote possibility, it gets snagged. So that translates to like hundreds of times per stream. So because everything all fucked up. You know, it was rough if I didn't have time to clean, if I didn't think to clean my glasses before the stream. I was in such a good mood when I got home, and then, of course, the laws of, like, the universe were like, fuck you in your good mood, and all your plans can go to fucking hell. Nothing's going to work properly, because fuck you, and fuck everything you try to do. This means I have one. Yes, Chad, sharpest. Oh no! I don't know. This is there's such a weird like I just don't know anything about the game, right? So I just like, fucking hard to say it. I don't even know if I should like focus on one. Like, should I max one or what should I fucking do? What should I do? Skill plus one, signature skill plus one. Wow. Level up my signature skill. Equip it the health slot you for it. The magic will happen by its own. Track down your badge. It's unclear how you go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world as huge as this. Maybe you just stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Who put the clothes in the trash? Oh yeah. The victim's tattoos. Ask around the tattoos. Possible. Who made the call? Keep searching for the caller. Buy fallen pants from Kuno? What? Those fallen track pants looked enticing, but you and Kuno were not close yet. You need to figure out what's going on with it, and then you get your hands on some performance. Track down your gun. Pay for damages. Okay, we gotta get the body in. Access the harbor and ask for Everclare's help. Yes.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the Union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground.
Don't get me wrong, officer.
Whoops,
I hate those
daisies.
foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was
Right.
necessary.
These are my different. I talk to my traits and shit. It's weird. Half-Light.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the
That is
Union
like one of
socialists are
my.
practically
That is
running
one of
the
my
place.
my skills. Giving me insight or something. Yeah.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol,
It's so trippy.
whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
Half-Light, see. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Suggestion, a spirit to corpse. Understand culture, logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric. All these different skills. You'll roll a check against these skills, right? It provides you insight in your head while you're talking to these people. It's really, really cool.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
I wonder what the hotkey is that brings this one up. Hold on. Let's go to... Okay. Thought cabinet? Character sheet, thought cabinet, map. Oh my goodness. Okay. What? Inventory, or inventory. Go into inventory. Okay. Damn. Journal. That's journal. Okay. What's this one? Oh, that's the character sheet. See? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Can't tell. Okay. You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the. He stops mid-sentence and turns to you. What do you think? That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for hard-working class to table. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they realize this coalition seems quite capable. Colonists just don't understand how money works. I think I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of
I
fighting
just
those
do.
hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
Drinking piss in the mountains sounds nice.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol.
Guillaume.
Or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Sadly.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
See, this is empathy. This is my empathy weighing in. This royal failure weighs on it. So if I go to character sheet here, right, I've got a skill in my psyche called empathy, and right, we know what empathy is, but yeah, that's my empathy chiming in. So this is really interesting,
Instead,
you know.
all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Oh, you mentioned
A true
Guillaume.
king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
That's too good.
Damn Frisell.
Frisell.
He was the king we couldn't protect.
Huh.
The Carabiniers failed him, and the crown.
A suzerain. He's like
Died
a.
in the hands of
He's
the
like
white
a.
boy, in a very public execution.
It's like a mare that you've got under your thumb. You don't exactly fucking rule. They're like, listen here, you fucking king over there. You do what I say. He's like, "Ooh."
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already?
Sure.
They forgotten already.
He's fucking fealty to somebody else, so he's not really a king. He's more like a fucking lord. They're like, he's king in fucking title only. Otherwise, he wouldn't be called. He'd be called the king, not the suzerain. Suzerain, or whatever it is.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's bowls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Dude, I can't. Thank you for your time, sir. Tire tracks leading onto the roof, slash the lamps.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go. You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
You are here, okay. Oh yeah, that's talk to you again.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
I thought somebody seen you putting stuff in the garbage.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with
Yeah,
it.
imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch
Empathy.
of sorrow.
Empathy chimes in again.
So tell me, what do you need? Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the Oscar out elsewhere.
Medium failure. I guess I'll ask
You could
her
also
out.
check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird. Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
I'm gonna ask her for private money.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself. He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the
Drama.
truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Electrochemistry, medium success. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. Okay. Yeah, huh. Interesting.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Mr. Jetpack! This game's fucking bonkers. Authority chimes in. How these different like attributes of my character keep chiming in my head. This is like this is my empathy chiming in. This is my sense of authority chiming in. This is my knowledge of electrochemistry chiming in. All these different, and I get a roll against it every time, right? Sometimes, like for instance, right, we've got medium success, right? There's easy win, there's like moderate failures, and it's really fucking interesting. You're under arrest. Look at, I always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Ooh, I want a full tracksuit, please, man.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
Oh, come
The
on.
bosses won't be happy.
You're under arrest.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Wonder if I can steal one.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For
Neat.
carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Right? I can take a chance. This is a white check. He may retry it.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you? He's into it. Don't go too far. Formidable failure. Man, I want to know about your soul. Spill the beans. What's troubling you?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
That all the beans you got, Tony? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
Oh, okay.
Don't be a stranger.
Intriguing.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
I should have just went for it. There's a ton of replay value here. They're both copiously green image. Autocorrect hates me. I got it. I always usually just figure it out by context. Find your other shoe.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
I suppose.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
It's like I just realized I found my other shoe. That's crazy. What's this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island,
Oh shit.
pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Oh yeah, my necktie is an issue apparently. The horrific necktie. The man certainly knew how to live. I like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king, and he can do this. There's no way that's.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You
Oh,
see,
I
Old
wanna
Fleet
know.
wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Nice.
Not just any nose candy, though.
The
We're
best.
talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
You're gonna make it this time, boys.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the
Revolutionaries.
revolutionists after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
Is there any fucking royal blow left over?
A group of marble plurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
It's probably for the best.
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
It's brilliant, funny, and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Scogliotin, the profligate. However, with his bronze face up in the air, it doesn't seem concerned. What boy think of him in death? What do you think, Mr. Kim?
Yes?
Convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. You seem to be following me. Am I aware? Yeah.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. It still kind of looks like a map of the star. An intricate web of blue line. It still kind of looks like.
Oh, okay, that is what that is. Okay. Where's the, oh, there we go. Hey, I found some money.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her
Hit me,
hands,
baby,
and
one
there
more
is a
time.
warm smile on her
Oh,
face.
baby, baby.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Excuse me.
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair
Shit.
is gray like lead.
This is funny.
No, this one is a monster in disguise. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Wish my grandma gave me cigs and food money. Shit, yeah. Alright.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about...
Alrighty.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families. Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families. Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge.
Yeah, kill them all.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder.
I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Well said, Mr. Kim.
Pity. Let us work! Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Scab?
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Come to see the stripe?
The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track
Track
it
it
down and see
down.
who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces
I was
complete the
like,
strike.
No.
Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, cups in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
He said he'd make me his prison bitch. Yeah, that sounds like Kumo. He's just this little kid. Fucking hilarious. He said he's the king of Jam.
Serves me right for doing menial
Yo!
work. I dropped that probe right
Make
then
you
and
my
there,
fucking
and it still
bitch.
got me into trouble.
Fucking.
One bad move is all it takes.
With the stuff that comes out of his mouth, I can't say it. I genuinely can't.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you? What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Militia.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are
right.
junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
And this is epic then. All
Mr.
across
Kim.
Martin Ace. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin toward you, hand-eye coordination. You try to catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Whoop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The
Alright.
boyardero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood.
Say
adorning the
nothing
clothes.
and pocket the coin. Yes.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs. Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
That mean you're gonna let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That's simple.
Right.
Just
Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini Supremacist is there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Sure.
alright, so you can't just walk past it. Alright.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Am Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me. You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Am Sandwich race is waning.
Show him the hand still got it.
Willingly calling yourself a Am Sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Sounds about right.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that this man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are. Yeah.
Do you?
I do.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun. The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food. which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A.
I think that's in the mariachi music. It was just,
Simonese and
they
the
were on
Areopagite
Supremes.
are the ascendant.
Cheers, Mr. Jetpack.
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. I am Simonese, from the stock of Ulubri on Ile de Fantôme. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Simonese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun-ridden Occidentals discovered this place. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected in adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races.
Crazy.
Amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking al-Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato. The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with Podart. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type B mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
That's your kind of thing.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash? Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? '57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Good.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Can I help you?
Listen here, you little fucker.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He almost certainly doesn't give a fuck.
So? North Jamrock. Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the Madre.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here, Patterson Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
The fuck about it? You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
Things make fuck. It's doing that thing again. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Well, I have no idea what. No idea what causes that. There's like absolutely no excuse for it. Like zero. Zero. I'm hardwired in. I've got fiber wire internet. I don't know why this happens. There's absolutely no excuse for glitches. I have fiber wire internet. I'm hardwired in. I'm not using Wi-Fi. There's absolutely no excuse for it. I'm at a loss for why this happens. Doing it. Absolutely no excuse for freaking like poor connection. Like, I even do like the Ookla speed test, and it like comes back like 700 megabytes. It's like,
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I what's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
check for an update maybe.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
It seems to be working now though, isn't it? It hasn't glitched out for a minute or two, right?
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with...
You can still see the top of her hat from behind.
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth clench. The lieutenant blinks, his mouth slightly open, and his body motionless. A microsecond passes.
Excuse me, I was lecturing you. I shouldn't have. You should consult a medical professional if you feel that you need help. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth.
This habit of dispensing wisdom has been brought to his attention before. He will not think less of you for lashing out. He is trying to curb it.
Network congestion?
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled.
Okay, cool.
backwards.
Yeah, it was... My HUD was doing the circle thing, and I opened it up on my phone, and it would do it, and then it'd run for 10 seconds, and it would do it again. I was like, oh.
Under the graffito,
But it seems
a
to be
sea
okay.
of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
I wonder if there's a bottle depot around here.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my
Maybe.
sleep? Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Faggoty. Look at the ass on that. Trying to sneak up on me again.
So much for a quiet smoke.
There must be another way into the building.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
It was my Sunday friend.